Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2, Episode 7. Oh boy, was this a roller coaster ride of emotions.
Right?
Oh, first things first.
Oh, right.
I felt really bad because we didn't do this last time, but my shirt
Yes.
and Averyl's pearl shirt, well, and the shirt that she's wearing, are courtesy of Hunties.
Yes.
So thank you. If you guys want to find them, hunties.com.
So they all come in after the elimination of Tati.
Oh boy, this was... Alaska was not wearing a cute look.
No!
At all this episode, really.
Really?
You know, it started off with this weird, like...
Well, so she was very, very full of herself.
Yes.
In the first part. Just like, everyone's probably annoyed with me because I'm so fabulous.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I won again.
It was like, ooh, what's this attitude that's happening? Not cute. Although when she put on Detox's red wig with those pants, it was kind of everything.
It was a lot better.
It was so good.
I wish now that she had done like the topless, like pants on the runway only.
Yes.
With the red
and
wig.
the hair is covering her boobs.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, that would have been fabulous.
I will say, I really do agree with the judges and everyone, it seems, that both last week for me and this week, she was kind of phoning it in, you know?
Yes. Okay, so, I mean, do we want to talk about it right up front? Are we going to talk about it?
Oh. I guess let's save it for later.
We'll save it for later. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But I have
You gotta make them, wait through the commercial break.
It's so weird that Alaska Talks keeps insisting that they're not keeping each other.
That there's some sort of Alaska Talks blood oath pact. It's really not that.
Just be upfront about it.
Just be upfront about it.
Like, Roxy literally is like, thanks for saving me again. And then Alaska, again in the confessional, is like...
And Roxy lent me the shirt that I'm wearing.
Well, what was I supposed to do? She lent me this top. And I'm like, can you please just get over this?
Right.
For real, though.
I was like... I had it officially.
I was
like, girl, top. This is not a funny line. Oh, well, she lent me her top, so I had to keep her. What? Fuck you.
Saying it once, okay.
Sure.
But like, Jesus Christ. Because she was trying to justify it because she knew she was wrong.
Yeah, but then just be like, just play the game. Just be like, look, I was playing the game. So then the other drama, which I don't know why it was drama, but like...
Oh, right. So
they're like, Alaska does this weird thing, and she's like, Adore Delano.
Adore Delano. I mean, Katya.
Oh my god, bye!
It was a bad read.
Do you have a lipstick in your titty or something?
I chose Roxy.
And she reveals that she picked Roxy, and everyone is kind of like...
Alaska's like... And everyone's like, what?
And it was like, yeah, but that was like a clear choice.
Roxy didn't care. She was in the bottom 4 times. And Tati was like, yeah, keep it, bitch.
Right, and Katya said, I saw the fire in her eyes.
I can't blame her. I've been in the bottom 4 times.
I just kept getting the feeling that, like, Roxy feels trapped. Where she's, like, ready to go home because she knows that she doesn't have much more to give. Right. But she doesn't want to be, like, this Adore thing where it's like, I just can't take this anymore. I give up.
And they keep saving her.
Exactly. And it's just like, what do you do? It would be better for Roxy if she went home 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It'd be better for her career.
Yeah.
It'd be better for everything.
Because everyone is going to say, oh, they're just dragging you along.
Yeah. Whereas if she'd gone 2 weeks ago.
On a high note of like, you redeemed yourself, you're fabulous, yes.
You're great. I mean, she still is great, but like, she's got to go.
A problem.
Bitch has got to go like 3 weeks ago though.
Yeah. But seriously.
I just don't know why this show does this all the time. It's like, why are you dragging around these dead bodies? This isn't Monty Python. I'm not bringing out the dead.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not
dead yet.
I'm not quite dead yet.
Ru comes out and announces that it was very weird. So she says, it was like a fake out. She's like,
I'm sorry to say that not one of them accepted my invitation.
they cut to their faces when they thought no one showed up, and they were like, whoa, no, what?
They all did.
It was just so weird.
It was such a weird
What a weird choices. So then Ru brings out all of their relatives.
So it's Alyssa's sister, and then Alaska's mom comes out, and she's like, "There's RuPaul!" Oh my God, it's RuPaul! And then Detox's sister comes out, and then Katya's mom comes out, and it cuts to Katya in the confessional, and she's just like,
I hate that fucking cunt. No, just kidding.
I loved her mom.
oh my God, I loved Katya's mom. I mean, everyone's relatives were
really fun and chill, yes.
But Katya's mom owned the night. And it was Roxy's grandmother. And there was like this real weird shoehorned in scene where Katya was like, so
how come you call her mom? She's legally my grandmother, but she's taken care of me since I was 3 years old. And
No way.
somebody needs to ask her, and it can't be someone from
her
season
season.
5.
And I was like, clearly she watched the fucking show. She knows what's up. There was a joke. I think she even literally read her.
She made the bus stop joke.
I think about you all the time, especially in the morning at the bus stop.
Like, was there really a reason to explain that?
No. The show felt that there was. So they're all reuniting with their family members. And we start to hear about how it's Alyssa's mother's 1-year anniversary of her death the next day on the runway. And it was like Alyssa hadn't processed it.
The day that they closed my mother's casket, I just shut down.
I was heartbroken. I
really
adore
felt for her. Yeah.
I love Alyssa. I have this whole season. She's really, I mean, she's just such a wonderful personality.
Yes.
And so fun to, like,
she is a
be around.
A ray of light.
Yeah, there's just sunshine.
Just like your happiness.
Yeah.
You make me happy.
It's just like pure gayness in the best way. You know what I mean? Like
if you could bottle it.
Yeah.
You know, just like rainbow and just be like pure gay.
It was really emotional.
Yeah.
It was really sweet, though, and I love that the show does that. You know, it's so campy and fun.
Yes.
And yet, there's always, like, this through line of, like, real emotion.
But it doesn't feel, like, contrived or forced.
Sometimes it does, for me, but this show did not. This episode did not.
It felt, like, honest and true.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Roxy was raised by Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Whoa, am I?
Her grandmother was giving me some Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
There's like a little cuckoo bananas in there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And fabulous.
Fabulousness.
So the challenge is to make them over.
Yes.
But wait, they also have to have a Vogue off.
Vogue the house down.
So then I was like, wait, am I watching Project Runway?
Oh, God.
Because Anastasia...
I was waiting for Tim Gunn to come in and introduce her.
It was so weird.
So, ladies, let's just take a moment to send your models to the Anastasia Beverly Hills
makeup room.
Eyebrow salon.
It was so weird.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anastasia Suarez, and I'm here to fix your eyebrows.
So weird.
Ru is not there. She just walks in and is like, hello. And
I'm here to do your
who are you?
mother's eyebrows?
Definitely contractually obligated.
Yes.
It was very weird.
And then
she was pretty fabulous, though.
She was pretty. She was worked.
Like,
what did Alyssa say?
Oh, I love Miss Anastasia. Mama is done.
Oh my God, I was thinking just like a smoky eye.
Like a deep smoky eye. Like a purpley smoky eye. Maybe just like a light smoky eye. So then they're dragging everyone. They're all in front of the mirror. And Detox has a emotional moment where he's talking about it was the anniversary of his dad's death last week.
Yeah.
And, how they finally got closure right before he died, and that's why...
My head wasn't really in the game, season 5, because before I came into the competition, my father got really sick.
I didn't know that, because I remember watching season 5 and being like, Detox, I fucking love you, and then being like, oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm loving Detox this season.
I love Detox. I always have.
Great.
Detox is real fun and silly, and she's really smart and
smart
funny.
and
You know,
funny
it's like
and different.
Yep. It's frustrating that there's so many queens from season 5. And it's just kind of this frustration then where it's like, why did they all have to be on this season of All Stars? Couldn't we have saved some for the next season of All Stars? It's so crowded with such bright stars that it's like, almost like there's not enough room for them to all shine.
Sure.
You know?
Well, and it's hard because season 5, the Alaska Talk situation was ultimately their downfall, right? And so you didn't get to see them without each other.
Yeah, and now again, we still have them with each other. And I'm like, I didn't want that.
You know, this episode, Katya said something like, Alaska doesn't really know who I am. And I'm like, I want Alaska and Katya to be like best friends.
Right?
And I feel like because it's so cliquey.
But that's not gonna happen.
Oh, it's not gonna happen. But because it's been so cliquey, it's prevented them from bonding with other people and from growing in different ways. It's like this weird dynamic.
It is. Why are we there again? And I didn't want it. That was the whole point. Otherwise, it's just season 5 without Jinx. And,
And with Katya.
I mean, like Alaska said.
The last time it was the 3 of us and a lovable weirdo. We all saw how that fucking worked out.
So they come out and they have to Vogue.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna brush over Rue's dress.
Can we? Because I was not good, though.
I hated Rue's dress.
It was really bad.
It was really bad.
It was quite unflattering.
I mean, just these thick flaps
It was like Roman
fabric.
shades, you know, where you're folded over flops of fabric.
Yeah, that's not flattering on anyone.
It was not, it wasn't good. And with the thick strap, I didn't like it.
Me either. Ooh, Rue, not that one. Sorry, try again. So they
have to Vogue.
Come out and do their Vogues. And we start with Alyssa and her sister.
Right.
Living for this absurdity.
I mean, it literally looks like she fell into a costume trunk and just whatever stuck on her.
Oh yeah, she
came out with it.
It's like if you were to tar and feather a drag queen.
Right?
This is what you would get.
Like, oh no, the headpiece stuck. And
we covered Alyssa in honey and threw her into her trunk, and she came out with a bunch of black feathers and beads and sequins and a necklace and a hair thing and a corset and then a jeweled boob and then jewels under the boobs and then of course a flower pot on top of her head.
It was just everything.
It was like, what is going on? But I don't care.
I kind of didn't care. I loved the wig.
Oh my god, yes.
And her sister was just like Black
Swan. It was a lot. It was very Alyssa, very like, you know, Edward's family.
Yes.
I mean, it was too much. She should have removed like, you know, 1 piece or 7. But that's Alyssa.
Yep.
Just like it's Chanel and just like it's like Roxy or Foxy, Jocelyn Fox.
Jocelyn Fox. You know, you don't need 3 bikinis when you have 1.
Yeah. So then next down the Vogue way was...
I love that.
Yeah. Just came out of my head.
It did.
Alaska and her mom...
I mean, she was literally wearing the Carrie Bradshaw outfit from the opening credits.
Yep.
With the tutu.
With the tutu,
pink,
yep.
Like white beater.
Yep.
And the blonde hair.
Duct tape belt.
And the mom was basically dressed also like Carrie Bradshaw, but she was wearing an Alaska.
The Alaska American Apparel ad shirt. I really wish I could find it because I like want it.
Yeah.
But I can't. So if anyone knows where to find the Alaska American Apparel ad girls t-shirt.
Available. It's just not available anywhere.
No.
It wasn't like, oh my god, this is fabulous. It was like, meh. But I did gag when she went through her mom's legs.
Oh my god, and came out with the horse mask on. Yes. Like that's a very Alaska thing to do.
Alaska knows how to use a prop.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like she's like, my strength isn't dancing or lip syncing necessarily, but I know how to use a fucking prop.
Sure.
And Aubrey Plaza's face when
God.
she comes through, it was everything.
I just like really expected a little bit more from the outfits, you know?
Oh yeah, it was not great. Oh my god, so then Detox and her sister come out.
And I think my favorite Vogue look.
It might have been.
It was pretty fucking
fabulous.
flawless.
It was like 80s video hoes, but not quite hoes, you know, like video dancers.
Yes, I love the eyelashes.
Their makeup was
the like
great.
twiggy Liza Minnelli,
Yeah.
like eyelashes were great. I loved it.
It was really good, and their voguing was fabulous.
Yes, it was. It was so cute. She was doing her little her duck walk. It was great. It was really fun.
Yeah. I mean, we've said this 1,000 times, but it did look like dueling Angelica Houston.
Oh my god.
Like, you know, talk about parent trapping it. It was, you know,
right? That was pretty creepy crazy.
crazy.
Creepy crazy. Spooky, scary. Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves.
That might literally be my favorite thing from 35.
Really?
Where I like fell off my chair and died when I saw it the first time. Just like, yeah.
I don't know. There's so many good things.
That's the thing.
Nope. Hipster nonsense.
Camera. I do say that a lot.
Oh my god. So anyway, that happened. What were we talking about?
I was thinking about creepy crawlies. Wasn't that like a fruit snack or something that? Or something or.
Yeah, there were like little shapes that were like
did it glow
bugs.
in the dark, maybe? That seems like you wouldn't be able to ingest that.
No.
I feel
maybe they were just
the
like little
packaging
toys
was
that were
some-
creeper.
There was something that was
creepy
called
crawlers.
creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers.
You
Anyway.
could buy them around Halloween.
Hashtag the 90s, right? Next down the Vogue way. I'm just really gonna make this happen.
I love it.
That's
With
Katya and her mom.
In some black and white Harley Quinn.
They were like clown prostitutes.
Harley Quinn prostitutes.
Yeah.
I loved her mom's look.
I love that she turned her mom into a whore.
Loved it so much. I kind of loved it.
Yes.
Her mom is the best.
The best.
She was
such a good sport.
owning it.
Just living it.
Letting
Fabulous.
Katya just do splits in front of her.
Right.
Just like, okay.
Okay, cool.
So we're watching the episode and Katya and her mom are performing. And Andrew goes, did Katya just fan her mom's pussy?
Yes. And she did. That's a good relationship.
Right?
So then last down was Roxy Andrews and her grandmama.
They were dressed like dueling Barbara Bushes and it was weird.
It was a weird choice of outfits. I'm not sure why Roxy owns that outfit.
Right?
Why are we, what? What does a Connecticut wasp have to do with a runway
To vogue.
for a drag show?
Like
for voguing.
Specifically. It seemed like, oh, I have two of these, let's do this.
And her grandmother seemed pretty fabulous and like
Sure.
fit enough. Like put her in a cat suit. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, quick commercial break. We'll be right back with like the real runway looks,
Sure.
critiques, and then there's a lot to talk about. Category is glamour.
Category is drag family.
Drag family, but she said glamour. Glamour
did
on
she?
the runway.
Oh, okay. I missed
Glamour on the runway. Anyway.
that. First, down the runway
Yep.
was Alyssa and her sister.
Yep.
Again, it was very much a lot. It's sort of a repeat of her entrance look. With like the poodle skirt and the corset and the bra. I
Yeah.
have to say. I did kind of like that the skirt was basically a black hula skirt.
It was.
And she's wearing her Annie Oakley wig.
Yeah.
And her sister's wearing her drop-dead
Her-
gorgeous wig.
Yeah.
But they still looked
Great
fabulous.
wigs,
They
fun.
looked great. Her sister was in this sort of red poof.
I love the
shrug.
shoulder
You
pads.
loved the bolero.
You didn't think it was just silly fun?
It didn't go with anything.
Did any of it go with anything?
No, but that particularly was like, this
Oh,
belongs with a
see-
different outfit.
See, you know what's funny to me is that for me,
Yeah.
the biggest thing that was off was the necklace.
I would have liked the bolero if she was wearing in like a skin tight catsuit. You know, like I wanted it to be featured.
Yes.
It wasn't
Yes.
featured.
Yes.
It was like, and this too, and I was like,
There was a
ah.
lot. There was a lot. Like I thought she did a good job of like having the family ties
I
thing.
mean,
you know,
that's
they looked-
Alyssa's look. So
Yeah.
if that's the challenge, she nailed it.
She nailed it.
It's not my personal aesthetic.
No,
you know?
but, like-
and it was a lot. I wish it was slightly more cohesive, but at the same time, I had fun looking at it.
Exactly.
So then, Alaska, in some.
I didn't hate it.
It was like Spy versus Spy. You know, black, white, white, black. It was sort of like if that look in My Fair Lady when Audrey Hepburn's like, move your bloomin' ass! Like if they had just like separated the
Sure.
two.
Sure.
And it was like each.
Yep.
it wasn't inspired.
No, I think that's...
And it looked like shoddily made.
And it seems like, because I forgot that she was like working with that red dress or whatever.
Right.
So it seems like she struggled with finding an outfit that would
really
work and was
show it.
cohesive. They didn't really show
That's
it.
why I was like, whoa.
Which is kind of a bummer because all of a sudden it was just like out of nowhere she failed.
Right?
You know? And it's like, well, normally you give us a little bit more insight into like
the thought process.
What's happening here. Like you see the pieces falling apart.
Sure.
And that does make a big difference in the way that you're perceiving them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an editing choice? Is that an editing choice that they've been making this whole season?
Sure.
Yes. Not to give her excuses per se.
Sure.
But I don't think it was as simple as just like she didn't try hard enough.
No, it just wasn't particularly fabulous.
It was an off week. She didn't take it far enough with the look and the idea and the concept.
Right.
But it seems like she also probably struggled a bit. And that happens. I get it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But then I like to see that.
I want to see
because
the
that
process.
helps endear and you know, it's like a little bit more of an emotional roller coaster where you're like, ooh, yeah, like, oh gosh, oh, but then she's also being a cunt, so maybe it's okay. I don't know. How do I feel about this? You know, I like that feeling.
Yes.
I want to be on the edge. I don't want to be like, oh, really, Alaska?
Sure. But you did bring out that high flag.
That was really silly and
Tell you,
fun.
props.
Yeah, she's good with props.
She gets the reveal of a prop.
Yeah.
Like that's if anything is Alaska, it's the reveal of a prop. Maybe it was the wigs too. They were just the blonde wasn't really going with the outfits for
No.
me, and the wigs didn't look done.
No, not really.
Really, you know, it just looked like
It looked rushed.
rushed. So then Detox and her sister come out in this like
I don't even know.
it was like some Dolce & Gabbana like resort print.
Yep.
But it was like a Band-Aid dress. But then they were like Ice Queen royalty. It was like neon Ice Queen.
Yeah.
And I kind of loved it.
Yeah.
It was a lot, and I didn't like her sister's dress.
I
as
didn't like
much.
her sister's dress nearly
I
as
liked
much.
Detox's
Hers
dress a lot more.
worked a lot better.
And their faces were
Beat.
and it was
It was
flawless.
great.
Yeah. It was really
I
good.
thought she really nailed this episode, obviously. So the next up was Katya.
Jesus Christ. I died.
Just
I died.
Slayed the runway. She didn't slay it as much as her mom fucking slayed.
Katya comes out in this like mushroom top wig that was fucking fabulous. It looked like the 70s threw up on her.
Oh my God.
It was like this
Entirely.
knitted maxi
Yep.
dress with like
Yep.
a macrame necklace that went to the floor.
Yep.
It was like finish Mrs. Roper.
So then, and then her mom.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Her mom comes out
just with the
like a
sickle and a
She
bucket.
looks like one of my favorite Mystery Science Theater episodes, Jack Frost, and it's like this Russian knockoff of like a Christmas fairy tale-ish
Oh my God.
thing, weirdness, what? And they're just like full of babushkas.
Oh, good.
And it was giving me that, and I was very excited about it.
She just hammed it up, acted up a storm. It was everything.
It was so fabulous.
Ugh.
This was my favorite.
Oh yeah, it was just the most fun. It was a cohesive story, a look.
It
It
told
all.
the story, told the look. It
Yep.
made sense. Like it was everything.
Yeah, Katya just fucking.
Another
nailed it.
performance piece
Yep.
from Katya.
Yep,
I loved it.
loved it.
Oh, now that I think about it, Katya's wig looked like the guy in Jack Frost. He's
Whoa.
got like a real dumb Dorothy Hamill mushroom top going on.
Wow.
Well, and then there's a mushroom that comes to life.
Oh my god.
And it's really funny. You should watch it. Next up, Roxy Andrews.
Right. This is the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They come out. It's like Raquel Welch and Sophia Loren. They come out, and Roxy looked fucking hot.
Roxy looked stunning. She looked gorgeous.
She looked really
gorgeous. It just wasn't dramatic, you know?
You know what it was?
Huh.
This was exactly what I expected from Roxy. So while it was great, I was in no way like, ooh. I was like, yep.
That's exactly. It's never like really a showstopper for me.
Sure,
It's
it's
just
just like
always like a really solid,
really pretty
you know,
glam.
Yeah, act. You know.
Which, I mean...
Which is great. It's just, you know, this is All Stars, and then there's so many personalities where they really
Sure.
put in that showstopperiness,
Well,
right?
they have the personality to back up the look. I almost wish Roxy had worn this catsuit last week for pants on the runway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I guess that's not technically pants.
I mean, it is, though. It's pants.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What constitutes pants?
Well, like, I would think like they're separate.
Oh.
And that they're like individual legs. So we got one component.
Wouldn't you consider if someone's wearing a jumpsuit,
No.
they're wearing pants?
No, they're wearing a jumpsuit.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, they can't be wearing both? I would
No.
think be like, they're wearing pants. They would check the category of pants and jumpsuit.
No, it's not like a skirt. It's not a pump suit.
Okay. I still think it counts.
Fine.
So, Katya and Detox are in the top.
Yes.
Deservedly
Duh.
so. And Ru says,
If you're not in the top, you are up for elimination.
Fuck.
I was glad and I wasn't glad because in a lot of ways, actually, I feel like Alyssa deserved the middle. Like, Alyssa deserved the
had been
safe.
safe and she had... Oh, because that would have made better TV, too.
It would have been...
You have to choose between
Oh,
Alaska.
Detox, you have to choose between Roxy and Alaska,
Ooh.
your biggest competition, and your
best
friend.
Yes.
And instead, she had the easy out.
Yeah, that would have been great. So then they go backstage.
Ooh. Oh boy.
And...
It was somber. Katya's like,
Alaska.
oh boy. Well, and then Alaska just loses it.
I mean, she is like having a nervous breakdown on camera.
No, I'm uncomfortable. Drag fucking hurts.
I think this was literally the first time she thought, I'm not going to win.
Exactly. And
The first moment.
And this crazy desperation,
I mean...
bratty.
Bratty.
What was really frustrating about it was that there was still so much arrogance.
Yes. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm freaking out and I'm being vulnerable.
Like, I'm so upset and vulnerable because I slipped and I fucked and I got frustrated.
There
and
was
like,
this, like, I can't believe they're doing this to me.
I fucked up this week, man. It fucking really fucking sucked. And I need to be in the final four. Now I'm potentially looking at, I'm not going to be.
Very not cute. And it's such a bummer.
I mean, I think on one hand, I'm glad that she didn't just coast the whole time and that she's having a, like, because I feel like as on point and great as Alaska has been this whole season, she hasn't been super fun. She hasn't been having a fun time.
No, not as much.
She's been very serious.
Yes.
She's been very diplomatic.
Yes.
She hasn't been as like, I'm making silly comments in the confessionals. She has been 100% focused on winning.
That's true. And she started off a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it actually because this episode 2, there was a lot of her confessional where she was doing this thing. And I do like that. I think it's fun in the right amount and at the right times when she's being fun and silly.
Right.
But when she's talking about a serious thing and how she eliminated someone and she lent them that top, then it just gets grating and annoying. And that was really how I felt this episode. I was like, this confessional needs to wrap it the fuck up, Alaska.
Yeah.
She's still figuring it out.
Yeah, which I
kind of like.
I'm like, I'm glad at least that she is vulnerable and she is impenetrable. You know, she's not this perfect whatever. And boy, does she have a lot to make up for next week because she just opened the door for Katya to win this whole thing.
Yeah, she did.
It's crazy because, like, literally her freaking out about not winning is kind of the only reason she might not win.
Yeah.
It was the first moment where I went, ooh, girl, maybe I do want Katya to win. And then I was like, oh my god!
I kind of might, though. Now, I wasn't even thinking, I was thinking that prior to tonight. I was kind of like, you know, Katya's really just been that perfect sweet spot of, like, lovely fun, in it to win it, but like having a good time.
Having a good time.
You know?
And
just take 3 minutes to talk about how great my outfit is.
Right?
You know?
Like
just
being
like
humble and real.
I think the thing with Katya too is that she still had to struggle for it, whereas Alaska has kind of just been, it's been this like unspoken thing of like, well, it's Alaska's season to win.
It is sort of like less exciting and entertaining to be like, well, duh.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just continues to throw a fit.
Oh my god.
Takes her wig off.
She was clearly in a negative space.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it was just interesting to me to see the breakdown, even on stage,
Right.
with the critiques. And I'm sure that's really hard to get, because she was critiqued the most.
When you've had nothing but positive for the
of course,
whole time.
the one episode that your mom is there, you get read to filth.
Right? Ooh.
That's gotta be...
I mean, you could see on the runway, her face just was like, she just shut down.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like the Alaska story arc this season hasn't been what I wanted it to be.
Well, they haven't given her an arc because she's just been praised and been at
It's just been like, yay, Alaska, you're great, you're great.
Which she is, but they're not giving her anything to strive for.
No.
Struggle against.
Exactly.
You know? And so,
I can imagine, getting that far, basically having a golden ticket, and then stumbling over that last...
Well, and having gotten so close to winning her season and not,
Right.
she knows what that feels like to not win.
Yeah,
and be that close. And I think she needed this knockdown, off her high horse. Like, what was it last week? Katya was like, I need my friends to tell me when I'm getting too grand and up in my business. And I was like, that's really smart, Katya. I mean, it's hard, okay? So it's like, shit, do you send Alaska home and then everyone hates you? Because at this point, everyone knows that Alaska has a huge fan base, right? So there's like, in their minds, I send Alaska home, everyone hates me. But she's your biggest competition.
Right.
So, like, do you send Alaska home and then possibly win? Or do you keep her and definitely lose to her? It's such a weird
position. But then the other thing is like, well, do you want to win, let's say, because you kicked off Alaska?
Right, don't you want your best competition? You want to win against your best competition. It's so much.
It is.
So much.
It's a lot.
I did love that backstage Alyssa was like, but like, girl, if we're going on consistency, like Roxy needs to go home. And she was like, Roxy, come over here. We need to talk about this. But like, you should be the one that goes home. And Roxy's like,
I guess.
Like, I guess, yeah. She was practically convincing Roxy to send herself home, and it was kind of amazing.
Loved this mind game.
It was so good.
She's just like, but Roxy, don't you think that you should be the one to leave? I think you should tell them all that you should be the one to leave.
I mean, she didn't say that, but she basically said that.
It was basically
amazing.
Loved it. Fifi, take notes.
Right?
This is how you do it. But also, she wasn't wrong.
She was not wrong.
Jesus Christ, Roxy. 5 times. I mean, 5 out of 7 episodes, you have been in the bottom. You won the first episode, and then... How do you how do you defend that?
She doesn't. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Like you said,
I think she's just like, you guys, send me home, it's cool. Oh, wait, no, oh my god.
What?
Katya and Alaska's conversation? Can we call it that?
Oh boy, was that weird.
Oh my god, the tension you could cut with a fucking spoon.
She was like...
I don't know what that means, but whatever.
With a spoon. So it wasn't that
It was
tense?
soft?
It was
tense?
soft. It was soft as pudding. I don't know.
Whatever. You could cut it with a fucking knife.
I need to go to the end of this competition.
Party.
Okay.
I was shocked too. I mean, I guess because she was so much in her head.
Right.
But I was shocked that Alaska didn't play a better game to try and save herself.
She lost her mind.
That was the thing. She just lost it. She couldn't even...
She was probably having an out-of-body experience where you're like, I'm watching myself from the outside and all I can hear is my rushing blood in my ears. Ah!
Acting this way only exacerbates the problem. I know that. I'm an adult.
If she had just been like, look, you guys, like, consistency-wise, I have been consistently on the top. I've won 4 challenges. I had an off night. Like Alyssa said, sometimes a bitch got a bad night. I have the fire. I want to play.
I don't think she had the capacity. I literally think she shut the fuck down and was just like, I'm going home. Like, she was like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
They're going to send me home because you know what? That's what Alaska would have done.
Maybe.
Alaska wants to win.
Yeah.
She would have sent her biggest competition home if she could.
She would have sent Katya home.
She would have sent Katya home if she'd had the chance.
And then the fans would have destroyed her.
Rioted. So Katya and Alaska. Nope. So Katya and Detox come out to do the lip sync. Detox changes into, it was like 1 part Catherine O'Hara from Beetlejuice and 1 part Meryl Streep from Devil Wears Prada. It was clearly this was a look that she planned to wear at some point, never got the chance to, and was like, I'm wearing this shit. I like you get the opportunity to change because you know what? It's more looks.
Yeah.
More looks for you to look at.
And it makes it more fun.
If anything bleeds over into further seasons, I'm kind of okay with that being a thing.
Full on okay with like you want an entirely different look? Sure, go for it.
Yeah. And then if you're in the bottom, it'll be this desperation.
Exactly.
It'll be even more exciting.
Like, I gotta do my craziest, most amazing look that'll make this lip sync amazing.
They lip sync to RuPaul.
Yep. Step it up. Step up your pussy. Step your pussy up.
I don't think they can legally
I think it's just called Step It Up.
Yeah, and then like in parentheses.
Your pussy?
Your pussy.
I don't think so.
But if it was, I would like it.
I would love that. Step It Up. By it, we mean your pussy. That's the full title.
So it started, and Katya was killing.
Katya was slaying. She was really giving us...
With the pausing.
Yep, and she was giving me good toot and like really working it.
And this is my theory about Katya. She seems to start really strong.
Yeah.
And then maybe it's the editing, I don't know. Just cool off a little, and it gets a little less exciting. She doesn't, she peaks in the middle, you know what I mean? Then Detox is, oh my god. So Detox is wearing this full, Morticia Addams dress, and then she unbuttons the jacket to reveal this corset,
and then
she takes off her petticoat to reveal her top butt.
Then she wiggles. Oh my god. It was, she just killed.
Once that happened, it was like, oh no, who else is here? It's Detox.
Exactly.
It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, she really ran away with it.
Yeah.
It was neck and neck, and then it was just like, oh no, Detox got this one.
Yes.
Oh, so then
Detox.
Whoa.
It shows Alyssa, I'm sorry, I can't send him home. I'm so sorry. But I just couldn't send Roxy home today.
She said, I couldn't send my friend home. And even though that makes me mad because I wanted Alyssa to stay, it's more honest than being like, well, she gave me a shirt or whatever.
It's the fucking game. You know what? That was the way that Ru set up the game. Play the fucking game.
Play it how you want to play it.
Play it however the fuck you want to play it.
You have the power.
I guess I can judge you on the way that you play it, but she was upfront about it.
Yes.
They're all gonna go home anyway.
Yeah. And I will say this, Roxy did perform well in this challenge.
Yes.
So do you then again, it comes down to, do you base it on past? I do think she should have gone home because this is ridiculous, but she didn't suck at this challenge. It would have been perfectly fine for her to go out on a high note. You look beautiful in this catsuit. You can go home now. So Detox sends Alyssa home. It was the easy out. You're totally right. Ru should have made Detox choose between Roxy and Alaska because that would have A, made great television, B, would have finally sent Roxy home.
Yep.
And C, we'd still had Alyssa. So Alyssa goes and graciously, says,
now was a lovely 4th runner-up.
She's backstage and her sister comes out.
You're always a winner to me.
That's all that matters.
And they did what anybody else would have done. They eliminated their biggest competition.
Oh, was that the biggest one?
Yes.
It was just really sweet. Alyssa's whole storyline was really touching.
Really touching.
She was always classy.
Oh my god.
She was always great.
Just the class
entertaining. Love her.
I'm having a fabulous time being fabulous me, and I'm fabulous. And you're like, yeah.
Can we talk about Alaska's crazy desperation where she's like,
I'll give you $10,000 if you let me stay. Before taxes, I'll transfer it to you via PayPal.
We didn't talk about that. Oh my god, that was so weird. And
before taxes, I'll PayPal it to you. I was like, what is going on here?
How weird was that?
It was so
and
weird.
Inappropriate.
Where it was just like this, oh, there's a problem, let me throw money at it. It's like, no. You have to accept and take responsibility for the fact that you didn't kill this challenge. Is the new this was my moment gonna be like, I'll give it to you via PayPal, I don't care.
What's your Venmo number?
Right? Oh, Alaska. So it's the finale is next week.
Right.
But then is the reunion part of the finale?
Is it all
or
gonna
is
be-
there another episode? Do you guys know? Don't spoil anything, but let us know if there's a separate episode.
If it's only an hour, how are they going to fit in the final challenge, crowning someone, and a reunion?
Right?
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot.
That seems like too much. Well, and they have to film a music video, so it's like, that's a lot going on.
Maybe Mike Ruiz will show up.
I hope so. Oh, Mike Ruiz.
That was such a sing-songy way of saying it.
I hope so. So, subscribe and share. Mail us your VHS tapes.
Oh my god, if you
If-
have any old, terrible VHS tapes that are sitting in your garage that you're like, what do I do with these?
But like the good kind, like with like not the filmed at home ones,
No,
because
no,
like
no,
we
no.
gotta have the.
No, I need the box.
Yeah, but also most importantly, if you have a Mommy Dearest VHS, please send it to us. We really wanted it for tonight because like duh.
A P.O. box is in the description, and that'll be fun. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yay! I would love you no matter what.
That was the right thing to say. Bingo, bango, here's my vagina.